Yeah. You can't. What? Oh shit. I'm back into the breach.
I get asked often by a lot of people for a simple machine. For today's sponsor, Surfshark comes in. Surfshark is a VPN that allows you to browse instead of paying for Surfshark. It was maybe one of the few people who didn't mind Orange Cassidy versus Will Ospreay. It was originally announced, but to anyone who wasn't a fan of the announcement or was upset by it, I hear where you're coming from. This is the first ever AEW and New Japan co-promoted events. We at least expected a couple of changes over the injuries and the politics that come with booking with co-promoted events. Some compromises had to be made, and I'm not going to lie, while I'm a huge fan of Orange Cassidy, if I was booking this event, having given a secret match wouldn't have crossed my mind at all, and maybe that's why I'm not the booker. It has nothing to do with the Philippines. Anybody knows Orange Cassidy?
When it
He said things to the ring. It's just that there were so many other things that would come to mind first. But again, injuries and politics prevents certain matches from taking place. Now, with that being said, when this match is made official, we finally let the scene begin. This is going to be effective. Obviously,
Oh shit, the boy is Victor.
time IWGP Heavyweight Champion heel, John Cena, Hangman Page, and Jay White's for the rest of the year. They didn't show a favorite game of former IWGP World Championship. But they would want to showcase in a big singles match. But here's one thing that
Stop. Oh, extreme. I get that.
somebody who's still still the $1
This is the big one, Fireteam. The Katunga Casino Hive must be destroyed to stop the spread here. The blue team will advance ahead of you and rig the refinery for self-destruct. You'll follow and keep their path to safety open.
Serve as a blessing in disguise for Orange Cassidy because the audience was able to miss him. Things that made Revolution 2020 one of my favorite wrestling pay-per-views of all time was the match between Orange Cassidy and Ben. If you recall, or if you watch it back then, it was Orange Cassidy's first singles match in AEW, and it was against the formidable Fred Pittman. And that night, in the Winchester Arena, they made a magic in the ring. Orange Cassidy vs. Mac is one of the best spectacles in modern wrestling history. We saw what many thought him at the time was just a joking character in wrestling come out of his shell, but on a performance for the ages that cemented him as a mainstay in AEW. But since then, with the exception of the first Jericho match, for the AEW title at WWE, we have proved that Cassidy since, and again, it's due to multiple reasons like injury and overexposure, but I felt like I needed to see that Cassidy that I saw in Revolution 2020 once more. I needed that fun, stupid, he's gonna try version of fresh and smooth. If I got my vision that forbidden, it would be easy to say that one of the best workers on the planet, Will Ospreay, can't go into a classic. It would be easy to say that, but it would also be a massive lie. This is a world-class talent, a lot of talent, putting on the show that up to that point had already been a bad team. And the three matches in this one were slouches either. Orange Cassidy and Will Ospreay put on the bench for the Aegis on a show that was done as one of the best in-ring events that I can remember in all my years as a wrestler. This match kicked off the third and final act of the show, but the crowd was reacting like the match went first because the energy in the United Center was unreal. Getting into this match, Will Ospreay made it very clear that he saw Orange Cassidy as an Ethan, treating him as nothing but a joke, and that's how the match started here. This match had a very simple story, one that all the big Orange Cassidy matches have, but this one did it better than all of them in my opinion. Will Ospreay goes into this underestimating his ability, and by the end of the match, Ospreay is giving his all to honor that IWGP US title and relate to was actually everything in between that made this match perfect.
Fireteam, this is a rescue mission. You're boarding Katanga, a derelict orbital refinery. Ingress is via the forward airlock. You'll locate, secure, and evac Dr. Tim Honecker, a Weyland-Yutani scientist. So mount up, people.
17 minutes, and it crescendoed into a loud ovation with the bell rang and Will Ospreay got the win. But man, there were some standout moments in this match when Will Ospreay had his hand in Orange Cassidy's pocket and pulled out the middle finger. It may be the loudest near fall of the night when Orange Cassidy hit the beach break, and I almost thought it was at the count. So there were some breathtaking moments in this match, and then it hit me. Why was this so good? Well, because when I went into this match, I thought there was no chance that Orange Cassidy was going to beat Will Ospreay for the IWGP US title. But during this match, these two performers made me believe that Orange Cassidy, the massive babyface that had the crowd around behind him, had a chance to win. And that's why we're all on the edge of our seats, because for humans, we all believe in the chance, just like we all believe in it.
I wish we could stack. That'd be badass.
Shake to admit, it had been a while since I had to eat an Orange Cassidy, but I put that on the performer himself. I put that down on the bookie. I needed a reason to care about this character again. I needed something to reignite my love for fresh and sweetness. It had been a long time since we saw OC on the big stage like this in a big singles match. And it goes without saying, but Will Ospreay also deserves a lot of credit because he was the perfect dance partner for Humans. These two have very different, distinct gimmicks. One literally prides himself in being one of, if not the best in-ring wrestler in the world. It's too lazy to wrestle, but it was that Cacho Styles, the fact that this was a joint paper between a New Japan wrestler and an AEW wrestler that made this as this spectacle. This match just wasn't about moves and flips and bumps. It was a character. So, fans believed in just any results in wrestling is possible. The best kinds of wrestling matches are the ones that make you feel like the world around you has just stopped. And that's what Orange Cassidy versus Will Ospreay for the IWGP US title have forbidden or did for me. And it's okay if this match just wasn't for you. There's been fantastic AEW matches this year, but I'd be lying if I said this wasn't my favorite AEW match of the year. The spectacle of it all was just another love. And the surprising thing was Katsuyori Shibata. The match was over to save Orange Cassidy from a beatdown, which was the cherry on top. From the moment the competitors made their entrances for this match, all the way to the post-match segment with Shibata, was a masterpiece in my opinion. I feel bad for anyone who doesn't understand Orange Cassidy because it prevents you from enjoying classics like this. If this match proves anything, it's that you should never bet against Will Ospreay in a big match. And when he's on his game, Orange Cassidy is still unbelievable when it comes to being a unique spectacle in professional wrestling.
See this? Check this out.
Way more than I expected.
Look at this. Check this out. Hey, check this. See this? Look at this. Get eyes on this. Hey, check this.
Signal
check
from
this
behind.
Out. See this?
Where are they coming from?
Oh,
So many.
there was a choke point. I wonder, like what?
PDT chip. Cut it out. But why?
I know we got a doc
Doors will be shut.
and a doc.
Sloppy work.
You know,
Guess
what's
I'm
up,
going this
doc?
way.
Can we rock? Can we rock? What's up, doc? Can we rock? What's up, doc?
I knew how to track down Honecker. Searching this large would take too long.
Say, doc, Prince, quit, doc, she wants up. And if, let her, you get the... Oh, I'm playing. Whoa! Jesus!
The exits are sealed.
This voice I played.
Probably. Release the locks. Anyway, I'm thinking we can track the doctor using station logs. There's a data line just started
Oh,
at your
that's right. I
position.
wanted to listen to
You're already in there.
and say to myself another castle in the bag. Hope I was ready because I'm in. Why? Because Mario's serious when it comes to homicide.
Damn big file. Hold the room.
It's 1986. I'm in the first grade. I'm working really hard to get Mario laid.
I'll get after analyzing that.
Got the
She's a
same
battalion
princess so
Keep
he can
moving
get
out.
the. Believe me, Mario can get that ass so fuck Luigi. Mario really wants to get her in bed so bad that he's busting off bricks with his head. He just wants sex. Forget the wedding bells, coming on little turtles and mushroom heads and turtle shells. Going down Greek pipes. Oh man. Jesus, fucking benefit, man. That is crazy. Say to myself another cat. Hope I was ready because he's in for a ride. Mario's serious when it comes to homicide. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Never run into an acid spitting more.
Twice.
Where did these come from? While Lester reviews the data, you can get the power up. Dynamo room's
Oh,
just
my
ahead.
car. Gonna give it a test. What, the Mario test? Where's the fucking psycho? It's 1986. In the first grade. Working really hard to get Mario laid. But to get the princess so we can get the. Believe me, Mario would get that ass so fuck Luigi. Oh man, Mario really wants to get her in bed so bad he's busting off bricks with his head. He just wants sex. So forget the wedding bells, jumping on little mushroom heads and turtle shells. Going down green pipes. Oh man. You imagine mushroom, go a little higher.
Catching up. Nice. An 8K.
Oh boy.
Spinning this up is gonna make noise, vibrations, heat,
Mario's
whatever bugs
serious
key
when it
off,
comes to
they'll catch
homicide.
it. This thing's been idle a long while. It's gonna take time to movement.
Movement.
Dynamo just finished injecting lubricant.
Wow.
Waves just connected.
Bow,
Getting there.
bow, bow, bow. Oh man, it's mad reckless. Like, for real. Like,
Big
son,
gas
you are
signal
mad
here.
reckless. Mad regular, dude.
Just about to kick power to the mains.
Oh! Oh! Jeez! Look! Okay,
We'll send a follow-up engineering team to get that mess fixed proper. Keep heading aft toward the core.
Cheers!
Got another swarm brewing. Break out the heavy shit. This is gonna get spicy.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. This dude is going crazy with explosives. Boy's out there, bro. Look at him. Blowing shit up. Not having a care in the world. He's over there. Ah, shit! Here they come, boys!
Pardon me, I have completed my analysis. 2 weeks ago, the mainframe on Deck 41 was accessed, I believe, by Dr.
Alright.
Honecker.
Time for put on podcast back on.
Marines, head to the core lift. Big
Pat
elevator
McAfee
goes
is
all the way
staying
up the main
with the
tower.
WWE SmackDown at yet another roster taking place earlier this afternoon. Chavo Guerrero has chimed in on Jordan Grace disaster on social media where she
Ooh.
Chris Benoit in a defamatory way. We all know Chris Benoit is an asshole, but I think, according to Chavo Guerrero anyway, Jordan Grace did not make herself look good on social media yesterday. And Bayley, we finally have an update on Bayley and when she returns to the WWE. And the big one, as reported today by PW Insider, it's not confirmed by WWE, but Mike Johnson is now throwing his name into the Sasha Banks hats. Sasha Banks internally off the WWE roster. We'll talk about it right here on OTS. Follow me on social media, guys, at JFNY206. That's Twitter and Instagram. Hit that subscribe button down below for all the latest and greatest in the world of AEW and WWE right here on OTS. Make sure you guys hit that join button if you want to sit by the fire pits next to me in the VIP section. Become a channel member right here on OTS. Follow me on social media at JP from NY206, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and now Cameo, an official partner with Cameo. We fulfilled about 6 or 7 cameos right now in the first week and a half. That is tremendous. Thank you guys very much for all that. Links are in the description below. And if you missed any of the content this week, man, plenty of it. Monday, Wednesday, Jesse Mouse Live. Wednesday, for AEW Dynamite and Money in the Bank this past Saturday. If you guys missed any of that, it's all on the homepage right now. Let's start with Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan has now officially been moved from Monday Night Raw to SmackDown on Friday night. This should be a surprise to nobody. Now that she is officially SmackDown champion because WWE gave her the Raw on the SmackDown route. The SmackDown Women's Championship coming over from Raw and winning the Money in the Bank ladder match, going on to catch that same night against Ronda Rousey. PW Insider first reported this news about her official move to the Blue brand on Friday night. WWE's been sneaking Raw and SmackDown rosters anyway, a lot more in recent weeks. So it's not out of the question that she could still appear on Monday Night Raw, but given what her presence on SummerSlam, it looks like she won't be on SmackDown for the duration, and expect to see her primarily on Friday nights. Also, we talked about this yesterday in an extra, so if you guys missed that, go and check that out. I documented why Liv Morgan won the Money in the Bank. It was all because of Ronda Rousey and Ronda pitching it to WWE creators. She wanted Liv Morgan to win not only the briefcase, but the world title at the pay-per-view on
Wow.
Saturday. The reasons were because Ronda felt like Becky, who was supposed to win the briefcase, felt like Becky didn't need it. And the end goal, Ronda's not stupid, is going to be Ronda and Becky going into WrestleMania. And she felt that Becky needed the briefcase for the world title at this point in her career, at this current time, to get to Ronda at WrestleMania. So Ronda went with Liv Morgan, and they actually bought the idea. And how long she holds that title, I don't know. Talk about the SummerSlam plans. It's probably going to end up being Liv Morgan at Ronda Rousey at SummerSlam. It will definitely include Charlotte Flair at some point, so you're definitely going to get a mix of those three right now. And then going into that clash at the next show, it more than likely will be Ronda and Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's Championship, or we could see a threat match with Liv Morgan being involved in that match in the UK, and that's where she dropped the title. I don't think, and I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but this is just WWE, the reality of the situation. I do not see Liv Morgan winning that championship past the summer of 2022, but she is now officially a part of the SmackDown roster. Speaking of SmackDown, this is important, and I absolutely 100% agree with this move. Smack signs a multi-year extension. Double. They issued the following today. That's Pat McAfee signed this multi-year extension with Pro Wrestling Entertainment. Today, Pat McAfee signed a multi-year extension with Pro Wrestling Entertainment since 2021. On Friday Night SmackDown at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, live each week on Fox. An impactful Smack features the WWE first 40 years to come. Earlier this year, McAfee delighted fans and lit up social media with a WrestleMania debut. Asian, I didn't know this is called, this PR team.
On my board, brace for it, Marines.
Stadium in Dallas, Texas, when battling Austin Theory. Stunned by Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now, they put this out on social media, and I agree with this statement here by Mr. Woods. He says, and I quote the next day, and I quote, I'm told that the extension was signed a few weeks back to the thrill of everyone involved. WWE knows exactly what they have at McAfee, and we're steadfast on making sure they can't stand around, shovel on it, and of course, WWE knows what they have in Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee's probably one of the primary reasons why SmackDown is tolerable on a week-to-week basis. Not only is he great at what he does behind the commentary, Michael Cole, when they asked him to get ready, he spent the park every single time. He cuts a better promo than 90% of the roster. He's as charismatic as anybody on the entire WWE roster. The fans love him. His popularity is over the year. He listens to their podcast. biggest Michael Cole guy, but I know when Michael Cole does a good job, and Michael Cole has done a very good job with Pat McAfee as his color commentating partner on Friday nights. Pat McAfee has made Michael Cole a better play-by-play announcer. Michael Cole genuine. Michael Cole is sitting next to Pat McAfee. This man breaks a smile when sitting next to Pat McAfee. This man tries to hold back his laughter when he's sitting next to Pat McAfee. He's actually acting human as he sits next to Pat McAfee. And not as anything better than that. So Pat McAfee definitely has an influence on Michael Cole. He's had an influence on the WWE product. And I'm glad to see him staying here for years.
Oh shit!
Let's keep the SmackDown train rolling, and Sasha Banks and Roman now the WWE internal roster. WWE has not said anything publicly, but EW Insider is now reporting that Sasha Banks and Naomi have been removed of the WWE's internal roster. These happened sometime within the last 24 hours. It is also that there was word going around that Banks booking herself to do some signings outside of WWE this fall. So that seems to be a further indication that she is not planning on returning to the company. That is the biggest aspect of this new report than what Mike Johnson and WWE signed. So they can go out there and look, yeah, they were an active roster. WWE can do that with anybody. And in this case, they can do it to kind of throw the sense the trail and kind of hide that sense about what was actually and here I am using my fucking hands up with my and the first step in not that's the biggest telltale sign of what's going on right now because WWE does not let anybody so WWE is suspects this because she was Sasha's partner and Naomi and Sasha both got together. But I would be fooled if Naomi stayed with Sasha. He's shocked Naomi walks out with Sasha Banks and she does ask for her release and gets her release granted. But the thing here is but that's the big telltale sign of what's going on with Sasha. Like if Naomi's got a little bit more of a big question of the game of her head. Naomi are still go on the WWE.com's roster band, but that may change very soon as well. I mean, that was right there, so something definitely is going on. Banks and Naomi have not appeared on TV since they walked out before a live Raw broadcast, although because of the Canadian issues, I would blame the brand has not gotten any better since they left. Is that there were issues leading up to that show?
Somewhere up on the Tonga's mainframe.
At the time, they were down and full schedule for big matches at the LUCL pay-per-view. Naomi was supposed to go one-on-one with Bianca Belair for the women's championship. I don't know. Sasha Banks was supposed to go I don't know. Except that both of them in this bullshit creation. If they don't want to come to AEW Impact Wrestling would be in. I'm sorry. Companies like AEW will be interested in signing him. They ain't going to Impact there. Will you please down there? Let's play this band. Sasha is going to all the issues he wants to. Yeah, that's something she could very well do with what she wants to be. Naomi honestly, all joking aside, I could see that end up in on Impact Wrestling. I could see. They got a great women's division. They're not going to break it. They got a fantastic women's division. I could see that. This is going to be next week. And shout out to my little blood theory man over at Wrestling Game. You know, this is going to start the resurrection of everybody putting down the definition. This is like the redemption story.
Yep.
Motherfucker, I'm telling you something. I'm just sitting here taking this in like full everything. And I'm waiting for everything to prove me right. So, shout out to him. I do believe the smoking. I do believe Sasha and they are done with WWE. And that signing that Sasha was signing, that Sasha not going out and book herself, that's the biggest telltale sign that
Regulations require me to state that the Italian fabricators may not be used to replicate any device and/or system that has not been licensed for use by Colonial Marine Corps Logistics.
Surprised I've even talking about this
And I definitely don't have an unmonitored fabricator built out of spare parts stashed in a hole somewhere.
Opinion on this. Chavo Guerrero Jr. responded to Jordan Brace's Burn in Hell on social media yesterday
Hunter is somewhere up on Katunga's mainframe decks. Looks like he's been searching for a safe place to hide from all the Xenos aboard. Our mission hasn't changed. Find him, get him out alive.
Well enough on what I do here on the show to differentiate the man from the professional wrestler. Chris Benoit, family man, is a fucking asshole. The by any stretch of the imagination. It's fucking, yeah. The guys that I actually decided to WWE been winning the championship. You just embody that down and dirty, gritty, professional wrestling. He made everything look believable.
Hunter is somewhere up on Katunga's mainframe decks. Looks like he's been searching for a safe place to hide from all the Xenos aboard. Our mission hasn't changed. Find him, get him out alive.
You don't find many people like that. So Jordan Grace mentioned Chris Benoit yesterday on social media, and she tweeted this on social media. This is going to be the coldest take I ever tweet on this app. I already know y'all could be big. I don't think Benoit 100% hang with most of the present day best wrestlers. He would not be able to remember matches. Also, may he burn in hell. Amen. So this is what she said about Chris Benoit. She goes to do a follow-up tweet and says, and I quote, proving a point, I said something very lightly critical about him. People jump to defend him. He should never be defended. Dude lost that right when he gave his 7-year-old Xanax and strangled him while he was already unconscious. Yeah. Jordan Grace has a problem differentiating Chris Benoit, the family man, who gave his 7-year-old Xanax and strangled him while he was already unconscious, from Chris
Hunter is
Benoit.
somewhere up on Katunga's mainframe decks. Looks like he's been searching for a safe place to hide from all the Xenos aboard. Our mission hasn't changed. Find him, get him out alive.
Twitter and said this, and I quote, controversial for sure. I disagree, though, with the take of hanging with the best of the best today. He most certainly could, and I saw someone comment, Kurt Angle couldn't either. He would mop the floor with every end quote. Now, Guerrero tweeted this. I think Jordan Grace lost a lot of wrestling credibility from some of her comments. Guerrero and Benoit were close friends, obviously, and he's one of the last people to speak to Benoit before the double murder-suicide in 2007. I love Jordan Grace. I think Jordan Grace is great.
God, she really do need to tweet that shit out. Just leave that shit in the trash.
Yeah, I love to see bigger Steve because I don't think she gets the credit that she deserves. Wrestling over the factors. I will say that. Number two, I respectfully disagree. I think what Chris Benoit was brought up. I don't.
When
You know, it's like Chris Benoit brought up in discussion, and she wanted to voice her opinion immediately in the moment on social media, and then this shit blew up in her face and blew completely out of proportion. I get Jonathan Gresham, and Jonathan Gresham is heralded as probably one of the best, if not the best, professional wrestlers in the world today. It's also everything. Jordan Grace is a very big fan of what her husband does, and nobody can take that away from her. That's the way it should be, that they are husband and wife. But, again, I don't know why Chris Benoit was mentioned in this, and God knows she gets so much bullshit on social media. Who knows the type of shit that she gets in regards to her husband on this hand. So I don't know why Chris Benoit was brought up. But the fact of the matter is, she said that Chris Benoit would not hang with today's present-day best wrestlers. Meanwhile, all of us know how to differentiate the monster from the man in the ring. And I think all of us can agree that he probably stole 98%, 99% of the wrestlers that we see today. Kurt Angle, the same thing, and Eddie Guerrero was brought up. Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, and Kurt Angle would absolutely fucking, and Gail King said it best, I don't need to be really, add on to what he said. They would mop the floor with everybody. Especially Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle is one of my favorite in-ring performers of all time. Chris Benoit would do the same thing. You look at your Bryans, you look at your Greshams, and you look at your AJ Styles, and your Romanas, and all these guys that you think are in the class of best Okadas, the best in class of professional wrestling today. Chris Benoit would be able to hang with them. Prime Chris Benoit would be able to hang with anybody that you put in the ring. I don't think that's really a subjective thing. You know you're pro wrestling, you know that he'd be able to hang with the best. It comes down to not being able to differentiate the man from the monster, or the wrestler, I should say, the monster and the man that he was at home. Once brought up, but everybody's seemingly talking about it, and now I don't know if she's going to remain on the foot after this. She may take a break, a social media break after all this. Really beat down upon her on social media. What is cancer? That woman deals with on a daily basis. God knows what things are said about her and her husband in general. I don't know. I don't know what sparked this conversation. But I keep thinking I respectfully disagree that. She thinks that he would not be able to hang. I think he would have to be able to hang with everybody. But we need to differentiate the monster from the human performer. The monster should not be heralded, but I have no problem going back and watching Chris Benoit, going back and watching Chris Benoit after talking about the great things he did in the ring. That's all given subjective. You may not want to talk about him because of your feelings towards it, that's fine. But I have no problem mentioning his name or mentioning a match that he was taking part in on Chris Benoit and the man. You need to separate two these entities, and that's what I think is great wrestling. We got another option. Bayley coming back to WWE television. It looks like fans may be seeing Bayley back on WWE TV soon, or at least it appears the way it looks on a recent report from WWE Insider reported today that Bayley was seen at the Performance Center for several days this week. This usually means that she's back training in the ring, and it also means that return could come in very near future. This is on track with what was reported in the recent Wrestling Observer newsletter. Last week, Dave Meltzer reported that Bayley would be back in action somewhat soon. She's been out of action with a torn ACL since last July, and the belief at the time was that she would be out for 9 months. There was talk that she would be back in time for WrestleMania 38, but obviously that did not happen, apparently because she was not cleared by WWE doctors. If she returns to TV within the next couple of weeks, then it opens the door for her to wrestle at SummerSlam. At this point, it's still not confirmed if she actually is cleared to return to Raw or SmackDown, but all indications are that she is healthy and ready to go and get in once again with that women's division. SummerSlam is 3 weeks away. I don't think Bayley's going to be back in time for SummerSlam. SummerSlam usually is the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania and the Monday Night Raw after SummerSlam. That usually are the two biggest Monday Night Raws of the entire year. I would say Bayley should return on either that Monday's Raw or Friday SmackDown following SummerSlam, because there'll be enough time in between SummerSlam and Clash at the Castle where you could bring her back to television, get her involved again, and maybe get her a match on that show. Because I'd love to see her. What she brings to the table and where she goes, that remains to be seen. I don't think how great Bayley is going to be a game changer for the women's division, because it always comes down to creative. No matter how great Bayley is, it all comes down to
the creative aspect of the women's division right now, it's just not good. I'm happy that she's returning because they desperately need her. Where she goes, I don't know, but I would have her come back on the Raw or Friday SmackDown following SummerSlam. And finally, guys, NXT UK.
Oh, shit.
You might not watch NXT UK, but I find this to be very interesting. The injuries have been a major thing this summer for all professional wrestling. WWE combined has injuries that I don't think I've remembered ever seeing. But Ilya Dragunov vacate the NXT UK Championship. This was reported by Inside the Ropes and Wednesday NXT tapings. Dragunov announced that he was forced to vacate the NXT UK Championship due to injury. He didn't state the nature of his injury or a timetable for his return from injury, but he was wearing a walking boot. At the same tapings, it was announced that an 8-man tournament was held to crown a new NXT UK champion. The tournament started the tapings and featured Tyler Bate, Mark Bowlby, Trent Seven, and Oliver Carter winning their first round matches to advance to the semi-finals. WWE will hold another set of tapings on Thursday, today. Dragunov was the NXT UK champion for over 300 days after winning it from Walter last year at TakeOver 36 during his run, which was probably the best WWE matches of the year last year. The best WWE match of the year, period. During his reign, he has successfully retained the title to take Kid, Rampage Brown, Rocky Strong, and Jordan Devlin, who now goes by the name of J.D. McDonough. So, Tyler Bate, Mark Bowlby, Trent Seven, and Oliver Carter won their first round matches. So, it's an 8-man tournament. These four guys are remaining in the tournament. Watch NXT, but I've been keeping up to date on what happened because he left his big mustache now. He's a big Tyler Bate. I wish more for Tyler Bate. He's fucking incredible. So, if I'm looking at these four, Trent Seven just turned on Tyler Bate. I can see Tyler Bate getting a double bump in a NXT championship and having to go with his best friend after being stabbed back by Trent Seven.
Oh.
Trent Seven in the final with Tyler Bate going over and becoming the new NXT UK champion. Maybe we get Dragunov coming back and we get Tyler Bate versus Dragunov for the NXT UK title in a way to maybe let him come back and get one last shot for not really losing the championship. He vacated it, was never beaten for it, and we get that mega match between those two guys for the NXT UK title. That's something I would do. I think that would be great. I'm going with Tyler Bate and Trent Seven with Tyler Bate winning the vacated NXT championship. Some news and notes coming out. Sorry, you guys care about that. That's all I got for you there. That's all I got for you. Hit that thumbs up. 1,000 likes. Down to the surface.
Minimum.
We can't discuss operations on a new channel.
Top stories today.
Solid episode.
Of course.
Oh. Oh, ah.
Lot of old acid damage.
They've been trying to get at me. They rigged the pipes. Those big ones, they're the ones that come out of people.
That's not to think about it, Doc. Marines, cut the door.
Do you own or rent your home? Sure you do. And I bet it can be hard work. You know what's easy? Bundling policies with Geico. Geico makes it easy to bundle your homeowner's or renter's insurance along with your auto policy. It's a good thing too, because you already have so much to do right now. Go to geico.com, get a quote, and see how much you can save. It's Geico easy. Visit geico.com today. That's geico.com.
Tony Schiavone. Party. Party. Unrestricted.
Podcast of all three wrestling.
Bitch.
Very attractive ways as always. Great to be part of XW. Some exciting times for us, as you know. And just love the summertime. I'm sure you can do it in Seattle.
Oh yeah, it's we're actually getting summer starting this weekend.
Yeah,
so it's nice. It's always scheduled around. But anyway, I don't want to talk about Seattle. I want to talk about
The halls
our
between
lesson
you and
yesterday.
me are
Kiera,
120
who
below zero, so...
first steps here during the pandemic. You were driving up with Diamante from Miami and like doing casually in the locker room. Your own makeup always looks so phenomenal. So instead of coming up with her and chilling, whatever, like how the dressed up start.
So going like some practical to see like a bar drop. Like I definitely was going and hang out like my friend in the locker, and then I definitely was.
You'll have to cut the refrigerant to reach
Where
me.
she's having so much fun. I was like,
Broke the valve. Toss the wheel in the side room. Sorry.
Definitely big year, 2021. Let's see that lighting up dark. When did you find out your first match would be Kushida? 10 minutes before, right? That's your thing.
That's pretty much the standard.
it's like, wow, this is sort of hard. You know, but
Very good, very good. It was great. It was one of our first back on the road. So it was like, oh man, this is just excellent. We had Kira hanging out with us, and now she's back on the road with us. It's phenomenal. Just because I love like the bright, shiny personality that you bring to our life. So recently, you joined up with Jay Cargill and Red Velvet, the baddies. I personally love all of your social media, all of the dances you guys do together, and whatnot. I want you to talk a little bit about the chemistry you have with that group.
oh man, but it's been so organic. Just the whole process, especially going Jamie and being the baddies, everything has been so organic. It's been great. Like you just going out and stuff together to go out. I mean, we just hang out. It's almost like we should do something to talk viral on TikTok and over viral. And we're going to manifest the revolution. That was the first TikTok I did today. And it got so much traffic. I was like, like labs and course, I got the balance, and then the collab just started going in. That's the thing.
They have the only male faction in AEW. I mean, there's a lot of, the Jericho Appreciation Society, there's the Combat Club, but it's really the only female faction in AEW, so that has to be one.
Oh, we're honestly, like, I feel like they're definitely
Your
like,
lungs won't freeze on the way in.
honestly, like, it all brings so much different, like, diversity from each one of us, but together we're the strong.
Love that you all have sort of a different style of wrestling as well, so you all bring something different to the table when it comes to matches, whether it's a tag, singles format, just absolutely great. So, Dynamite, June 1st and 4th, what was it like being a part of that show? Because I know also with Rampage, you got to be Athena's first match in AEW, so it was kind of an exciting.
Going to California with a bigger, like, I was really excited. Like, you know, my son was telling me about the forum. She was like, I'm going to be on the wrestling forum. I'm going to wrestle the forum. It's like, I was going to participate in the forum, and I needed to step up to the game, and that's been needing to happen. I've been wanting to wrestle for years now. We got a time back in the day, and ever since then, I was like, hey, I had been wrestling, so I was got to do it on Rampage. It was the first match, and
Great match, it really was. And talking about that match, you had badges at ringside cheering you on. I'm sure that impacts your performance when you've got a cheering squad. But were you nervous? I mean, like you said, you and Athena started at the same time. You had any nerves?
I know that's the signature. I know that's like, the one thing I was super nervous about was like, that match was more in my head of just wanting to just bring out the winner back, obviously, just be that. I feel like I don't wrestle it often, so when I keep the chance to wrestle, I try to slow out as much as I can. And after I had the team behind me, it's made it all the more better. So once I got in the ring and the red lights were on, there's the goal.
You dropped it a little bit there, the hottest flame, and I actually wanted to touch on that a little bit. So you've got this blue and red hair, you've got blue and red ring gear, and you're the hottest flame, Jared Hogan. And before that, you were sort of the girl on fire. Like, talk a little bit about the evolution of sort of that character from one company to the next.
I love this question because I feel like nobody ever asks this question. And I feel like so confused. It's like, just a girl on fire, like, no, this. So, like, when I first started, I had all this energy, passion, just like really feel like fire was my energy, my determination, and I feel like I'm just I'm hard, but I'm also supposed to be here. I'm just doing face-to-face, so I can be here. For years, and it has like transforming and it so like girl was girl. And I was a woman, and I was a confident woman, so it's like, like that's why I'm confident in being the hottest flame. So the transition is just from the girl to it's growing up in front of our eyes.
Kiara Hogan is your real name, and a lot of times in wrestling, we do not use our real names. If people try to talk, well, yes, I do.
What's that, Noah?
Okay, so anyway, you did a character name when you start? How did that all work?
Yeah, so when I was in then I discovered at the top show. Yeah, the king was like, yeah, last name won't be allowed, different names. So I was like, oh man, I figured maybe it was gonna happen, but I was thinking this name, nothing to this name. And then my first impact show, when I saw like my videos, it's Kiara Hogan, I was like, you guys said, and they were like, don't be like your name, it's you, it's you, and I was like, he is like this, so I'm like, it's very important because he started off with this, like, I don't believe this business. years, it was crazy. It's a weird word, and before when I was in WX, North Carolina, it was a bit more culture here. And I was like, you don't need to see that vision from your back to now being ready.
You also won a number of championships too in your past. Impact Knockout Tag Team Champion. Tag Team Champions a couple times, right? 2-time Knockout Champion.
The former Knockout Champion, you know? But honestly, like, if I was saying that was organic, I have to do anything. We talked about hiring people that can make to get in a great night because I felt like it was like a professional or team or something, so they brought her in. It was never to get having an idea, but it happened so organic. We got more ideas, and it just something that I think honestly had awesome chemistry, so it was really worth.
One of the things I wanted to touch on today, because I find you a very inspirational representative of the LGBTQ+ community, and what does it mean for you to be out in wrestling and being proud and talking about who it is you actually are?
I vibe and just be yourself. That's what I live by. You can't find who you are. You can't let people tell me what to do or how to do it. Because at the end of the day, you have to live your life for yourself. And at one point in my life, I was like, and I don't know if I'm fan of everybody in the world. Everybody deserves to know that I felt like I was a fan of myself. And then, you know, Diamante, oh, just wearing the like, you know what? I love following. My girlfriend loves who I am. My family loves who I am. Like, why should I be afraid to hide who I am? It's fine. To my heart. And I really just want to inspire people to be themselves. Because I've had so many people, so many women to be wrestling. I love their language, inspire me to be myself. And I just hope that I'm able to inspire others to just bring your best to me.
Great answer. Great thing to live by. Saying that. Be yourself, right? Proud of yourself. Part of the question. Now we're talking to Karen Hogan. Go back and talk about the beginnings in wrestling. Why you wanted to be a wrestler. We continue on AEW Unrestricted. And you call me for in your home. Sure you do. And then continue to work. You know, it's easy. Bundle the policies with Petco. Petco makes it easy. Bundle the homeownership for your insurance along with your auto policy. It's a good thing too, because you already have so much to do right now. Petco.com, get a quote, and see how much you can save. It's Petco easy. Visit Petco.com today. That's Petco.com. AEW 10 years, something I'll reach out to one of our families, one of our great young ladies backstage, and wanted to wrestle since age 16. Want to pursue pro wrestling.
So me and my best friend in high school were obsessed. When I say obsessed, I was weird because she was so obsessed. My own story for us, like right there, stuff like that. Wrestling is so interesting. Like, it's a mix of entertainment and athleticism, theatrics. Like, I was just so drawn to it from very young age. My dad and my brother were watching it. They got me into it, and then I had friends in school that were into it. But I was like, you know, talking to my best friend one day, you know, like, I think that's something that I could look to like, so I actually looks. And she said, yeah, we should do that. I was in Brooklyn. But when I graduated, I went to my first show or like, oh, I heard you want to be a wrestler. And I was like, yeah. It's like, what be your wrestling? I was like, sure. And I was right with that. She presented me with a lot of opportunities to get my foot in the door because she knew I was just doing this great. Ever since, like, even my best friend from high school, she followed me on Twitter and she always commented and she's so like, we were both very huge fans of Mickey James, like me and her together. We went to the she's like, just proud because you finally were able to participate and just proven so many years ago. And I was like, I appreciate it.
Before we get on to talking about Mickey James, I wanted to kind of drop in there, you know, some fan fiction. Do you have any like particularly great fan fiction stories or any particularly really bad ones that you want to share?
Like Twilight or crossover.
Oh my goodness.
Just publish them in a book.
That was for my statement. When they a kid that was just 2 years old, always in my head, but very creative. So I feel like writing, got all my creativity out, and I was like, nothing saying, just scared. It's like a and that was a
Kara, you mentioned Mickey James. Oh, her view of mine. What was it about Mickey James that drew to her and your best friend as well?
Something straight from the waves that was just up there to the game, just no matter what. And of course, like her doing the storyline with Fish, I was so intrigued because she's just so versatile. Like, you know, like she's complex and she was a face, and I was like, oh my gosh, she just seemed like she was always herself and she never changed her. She was always just changed for ridiculous. I tested that because I felt like so because I'm like, oh, Fish is inspiring and it's still so down to earth, like it amazes me. People I know now that they're working on it, she's just one of the most down to earth women on this planet, I swear.
Look, you ain't got a pressure suit. Stand by, Fireteam. New plan, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk.
Dual op.
And my cousin was like, oh, you know, there's this ugly person up there called there's nothing showed and I was cooked. Because all the women were different, none of them looked the same, they all did crazy things, they were at these crazy matches, and I feel like they were taking women's wrestling to the next level before it was even us. I was so super into the doctor, so that's what knocked out those things. A dream come true. My life works in mysterious ways. I feel like my life was so simple, honestly. Like, I feel like I put a lot of things out first and just there, or, you know, if I'm very patient with myself, maybe it's never return.
Speaking of full circle, you've gotten to wrestle with Mickey James recently. How was that experience for you?
I honestly, like, when the she was coming back to, like, the indies and the way I was, oh my god, I think it's gonna be my chance. I think I'm gonna finally get to wrestle her until she went back. To me, I was like, you know, I think I'm never gonna get to wrestle her, maybe she'll retire, you know, putting all these negative thoughts in my head, but when she got back to the indies, I was like, oh my god, I think I'm gonna wrestle her, I think I'm gonna get a chance, and she started working with NWA, and Billy was like, hey, I want you to wrestle me, and I was like, you're not kidding, right? It's like, no, I can't wrestle her, and I was like, okay, this thing happening, and the first match we had was, like, just working with her was so great, and effortless, like, the way that she works is effortless, like, of course she's a professional, she's a vet, she knows this game, like, working with her, she's one of those people I would work 10 times over, and then I had the Knockouts Championship match with her, and I'm so blessed that they even gave me the opportunity to go for the Knockouts title. Most of the time, I never got a chance to go for the title, so that match, or for her to even suggest that I'm the one to wrestle her way before the title was again just full circle. I cannot believe this. Like, this is happening, and of course I was super emotional because it's a dream come true. I used to write about things like this. I used to journal and write and hope and dream and pray for one day, and to just finally have to be a reality is still so great.
Kiara, you touched on that you did train with Mr. Here in WWA 4. How did you find WWE? Growing through Access, how did you look into that?
So I'm originally from Atlanta, and educated in Atlanta.
Right.
So one day, myself just wrestling school. Exactly, I mean, wrestling school, and I think I was going to go going to XW, but I did my job. Wasn't my parents weren't going to let me to Florida, so that was out of the question. So it's like wrestling school in Atlanta. WWE was the first one to so I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go check it out. Like, I had online friends that I was close with that were going to WWE or and they were like, why didn't you come to a show? And I was like, okay. So I went to one show and I was hooked. I was like, okay, this is where I'm gonna go. And this was amazing. I honestly miss it so much because he really drilled the foundation of wrestling into his students. And I feel like that's really important. Really made sure we understood everything that we were getting taught and do it 10 times over. And then, of course, Thursday nights, free show where we got to, have matches and get a character out, get footage so that then we can promote ourselves. It was just ran really well. It was a trip. And I definitely missed it. I miss before. I know our Fox is now the trainer at before, but I miss the 7th grade.
There's always that nostalgia aspect. It's like, oh man, I loved it back when XYZ. You mentioned you kind of got your start going backstage interviewing, ring announcing, and you're training to wrestle. Like, when did that transition happen, and how did it happen?
So I was interviewing and announcing. The time I was, like I said, traveling a lot, back and forth to North Carolina for announcing interview jobs, and I was like, I feel like doing this, but this isn't fulfilling my heart the way that I would. I want to wrestle. Right? So I was like, really focus on wrestling training. Like, you just cut off doing announcing. So I was like, focus all of my energy on getting my first match. And I was working with a company called AW. It's mixed up. It's the same thing.
Right.
Atlanta Wrestling Entertainment was
Swap it a little bit.
but don't get confused. I was working with a company, Atlanta Wrestling Entertainment, and they wanted to have the first match. Like, they nurse my training, and I was like, okay. But for you had to have your 5-minute match just even start doing shows. So you didn't let's go out and we're just training. So they put in this name here, which honestly I applaud because sure that understood and how we were doing it, and then you take us on the road. When I finally started getting into wrestling, and would just take us on the road and have us, shows, and we travel. And they show us the roads and have to do things. So, like I said, it's one thing I was done being an interviewer, and I want to be a wrestler now. I've been for a year, maybe like 4 or 5 days out of the week. Just working and then doing wrestling training and going to shows on the weekends. So I was hustling, just trying to
And First Lady of Atlanta, as we mentioned earlier, was your first character. How did that open up?
So, of course, we're in Atlanta, and I think Love It Hip Hop was out at the time, and Josh Miller, one of the members of AWE, he was like, you could be like the First Lady of Atlanta, and my boyfriend at the time, he had like this parental advisory kind of like giving where he's kind of like extra. Yes, if you you're like, you could be the First Lady of Atlanta, like this is your city, like you're the First Lady. And I was like, oh, I mean, I'm the First Lady for wrestling, but I'll be the First Lady of Atlanta.
That would be you. You eventually make your way to Impact, and you're 2-time Impact Knockouts champion, tag team with Tasha Steelz. Talk about the relationship and working with Tasha.
Oh man, so Tasha had done, I think, one Impact show. This like 300 million. It was about a woman. A lot of girls in the locker room were putting her over, like telling stuff like you need to get this girl, you need to get this girl. Like I said, of course they're waiting until the pandemic. Well, we have a show in Atlanta and Tasha showed up. I think she came from backstage and everybody was watching, and then everything got shut down and they turned it. So I think they would have ended up calling her in regardless, but of course the pandemic happened and a lot of people weren't traveling to work. There was literally barely anybody in like the first time we did it. I think it was most girls. So they just threw us together and like, hey, you want Tasha to be on the team? I was like, okay, cool, because this is what I wanted. I don't pitch for men's team or pitch for women that I felt like were gonna be strong and of course to be reckoned with in men's team. Right place, right time, and like I said, it just happened organically. Everything we did was just us being ourselves. Like I said, we were just ourselves. We didn't say anything, none of our promos, nothing. We were like, okay, this is it, let's do it. Like, it's so much fun, like, TV. So, like I said, I'm just so myself, like I am in the locker room. I just got to be comfortable with some of that. So,
Talk about that.
so I was with him for 4 years. It's so crazy that I was in it for 4 years. And I started in felt like I developed myself really well in the 4 years that I was there. But just being patient, but I also felt like I wasn't getting the credit that I should have been given. So I was giving them so much to work with. So they didn't change like their gimmick, nobody questioned me. And finally get to this point where I'm confident and I still feel like I'm not getting what I want. And what I really wanted was a chance for the Dolphins. That's what I wanted. There was so much happening. Nikki was coming in, there were other girls coming in, and I didn't want to get pushed on the back burner again because I felt like a lot of the times I was getting put on the back burner. I feel like right now I'm confident in myself to put myself out there and go see what other teams are, especially because I'm still young. I'm coming off a huge like medal win, whatever the case may be, and I'm like, I feel like. So that's when I was like, you know, I've been in AEW a few times. I love the locker room. I love what they're putting out. I love the energy that's there. And I really want to be a part. So it comes.
It doesn't hurt to be hanging out with your girlfriend backstage.
So really plus.
Right.
I personally appreciate every time that we get to see Blaze, your dog. But what a cutie. You're also so well behaved. So thank you so much.
He's literally an angel. You know, we found him with that name.
Really?
Like, we didn't name him that. We found him in Facebook page. He commented and was like, oh, this puppy, this lady gave him the panda for the puppy, but she didn't end up wanting the puppy, and he's the last one. His name is Blaze. And I was like,
Match made in heaven.
oh, when we found him, he found us. He's literally an angel. Like, he's so in here to market because I'm talking there. He's an angel. He's the best.
He's absolutely great. We're talking to Kiera Hogan here on AEW Unrestricted. Coming up next, we've got fan shit.
Do you own or rent your home? Sure you do. And I bet it can be hard work. You know it's easy? Bundling policies with Geico. Geico makes it easy to bundle your homeowners or renters insurance along with your auto policy. It's a good thing too, because you already have so much to do around your home. Go to geico.com, get a quote, and see how much you can save. It's Geico easy. Visit geico.com today. That's geico.com.
Unrestricted, Tony and Aubrey with Kiera and Blaze. Such a wonderful hobby. Tony, you ever get a chance to hang out with this place, just hanging out with old ladies in the locker room?
Yes.
You get the ball thrown constantly, and by the end of the day, you just pass the fuck out in the middle of the floor.
Ball is life. Literally, ball is life.
So good. Such a great dog. Alright, we got fan questions. First off, good old Nate. How did you go from wrestling Jade Cargill at the United Center to joining up with her in the Baddies?
I think that I am an opportunist, and I saw an opportunity for something big because, again, I feel like us together would have been Brett and Liz, and we saw that before it even happened. I was like, you can imagine if me, Jade, and I saw, Brett was turning heel. I was like, it couldn't have been more perfect. It literally couldn't have been more perfect. Just opportunity, and honestly, it just worked out for the best. So, yeah, she knew that once again. Gotta keep it in the back of my head, but, we couldn't. That's the thing.
Agent Great P1 on Twitter, that's Agent Great P1, also thinks that their booker is one of those going through the forbidden door, maybe challenging for a women's tag team title somewhere.
That would definitely be great. to imagine me build it as the weight tag team champions, the Impact Knockout champions.
Okay.
We'll do all the
Regulations
tag team
require me to
champions,
state that
honestly,
the
because
battalion
baddies were better.
fabricators may not be used to replicate any device and or
Self-selectors.
system
There you go.
that has
That's all
not
we
been
need.
licensed for use by Colonial Marine
All right,
Corps
we have a
jurisdiction.
question from the West Coast
And
Pop.
I definitely don't
Going
have
from
none
a
on
fan to a
fabricator breaks out
pro,
spare
is
parts
there
stashed in
anything
a
you
vault
do to
somewhere?
celebrate with each of your
I guess that
milestones?
would be wrong.
The way to celebrate, we just try to live in the moment. We're really bad about taking pictures and videos, and I want to
I
get
think
better
we've
about that
acquired a few
because,
things you'll
Dude,
find
me too.
interesting.
oh my god, I always forget to take pictures and videos, especially traveling so much, but I love living in the moment. I don't like pulling out my phone or being up when I'm, especially around people, I just want to be in that moment. So when I do go home and settle down and turn it off, I try to feeling it and then issues or sometimes so sometimes I let it out, but sometimes I don't.
Alex wants to know, what's your favorite movie, Kara, of all time that you can rewatch over and over?
So like I said, I'm a Twilight person, so probably Twilight movies. But also I'm a huge fan of Kristen Stewart, so The Runaways is definitely a movie that I know I can watch over and over.
What's your favorite Twilight film?
It would have to be Eclipse or Breaking Down Perks.
I've never seen any of them, so those are all just like whatever to me.
Oh my god. So, now being an adult, like, man, these movies are so corny and they're about like teenage love, forbidden love and stuff, but see, they're so good.
Sure.
There's just kind of that popcorn aspect of like, yeah, I know this is a bad movie and it doesn't hold up. It's just entertaining to watch. In Vegas a couple of years back, Space Jam was on, and I'm like, then all of us were like the same age. Let's watch Space Jam, and it was just not a good movie. It did not hold up. But like, I sat there and I watched the whole thing. It's because it's like that sort of nostalgia aspect of like, I remember when I thought this movie was good, when I had it back.
Exactly, you remember how you felt about it before, and now you're like, I cannot feel that way.
Yeah, you're just like, I'm not going to admit publicly I guess I am now, that I watched Space Jam in a hotel room in Vegas.
You're yeah.
Yeah. We already saw Blaze on camera a little bit, but someone actually asked LKW Artworks on Twitter, what's the corgi and what's his favorite toy?
Blaze is doing great. He's almost 2, he'll be 2 in August, which is so crazy. He's bigger than his corgis, he's like extra long.
He's huge.
He's so big, and we don't know how like his parents were both really big. His dad was big, but he's doing great. And like I said, ball is like, it could be a stone, it could be a stone, it could be a ball that's deflated. He doesn't care. He just loves balls first, like balls.
That's tremendous. Dogs are wonderful, wonderful thing. WeLad wants to know, that's WeLad, what's your favorite place to eat in Atlanta?
Well, my mom just turned me on to this pasta. It's called Rasta Pasta.
Okay.
Oh, I've heard of that place.
Oh my god, listen. Jerk seasoning in it, and then it has oxtails on top.
Whoa.
When I say never tasted, even Diamante can attest to this, and she literally put her pocket and started crying. That's how good it was. Like, the flavor was something I've never had in my life, but once a week if I could.
So we're headed back to Atlanta soon. So that's
Rasta Pasta.
Yeah, there might be a mass text like, hey, here's where we're going. Trust me.
Yeah.
The oxtail is tear-inducing.
Oh my goodness. We have to try it.
Well, I don't eat animals, so I will let everyone else enjoy the oxtail and just tell me all about it. I'm a big noodle fan though, so maybe we can see if there's something I can do.
Oh, I love noodles are my favorite. Like, noodles is the girl. I love it's like something.
Are you more of like an Italian pasta or like a ramen type person? This is why we're friends.
Where in Atlanta is Rasta Pasta? It's not a franchise, is it? It's just like one location?
No, it's for like a hole in the wall. Vegas in the hood, obviously. My mom went to go pick it up. So I think it's like in Decatur, where I'm from, like kind of in the hood somewhere. I'll find out and let y'all know.
Yeah, I mean, Tony lives in Atlanta, so he's
Yeah. If you live in Decatur, I gotta live the other side, northwest.
Okay, definitely gotta let you know where this place is. Once I find out, I'll let you know.
Got it. Because it sounds great. It really does.
It's a fantastic name too, Rasta Pasta.
Sound like a pretty.
Great marketing. Just a big fan. Anyway, another fan question from Rep Aubrey. Who is your dream match at AEW?
So back in the day, I had a match against a Heidi Lovelace.
I think I know who that is.
Yes. And it was at AEW. And that match did not end the best. You know, she went for her senton and knocked herself out. In the match, it was the first thing that happened to me, and she was snoring with her eyes wide open.
We're heading down to 895. The Wayland County Service Lab was overrun by Xenos.
Yes, you both have grown quite a bit since then. I'm sure that would be an absolute banger.
Is the
Oh
mountain
man, I
range
was
to the west. Repel into the caverns.
So the big is cleaning up all of the various hair that's left in the ring after, and the dudes are just as bad. But like at the end of that match, there would be just a rainbow collection of like red and blue and orange and whatever she's feeling that day. My shit would be there, so you have some brunette in there. Like it would just wonderful.
oh my god, that would be so funny. You just have a hairball of rainbow hair.
Just like, oh, look at this, it's rainbow. Happy Pride, everyone.
Look, Cheryl was there, and you know, she's pretty.
Yeah, we got a little velvet and like
Little Jade hair and thing.
green, we got silver, we got pink, whatever she's doing.
Well, your blue hair is just absolutely wonderful. I can tell you that. It's just
Love it.
great stuff.
I've lived there for a long time. Like before, when I had like red, orange, and yellow hair, I was like, one day I'm gonna do slang hair. One day, but I'm gonna wait for the right. And it's turning pale. And in fact, I was like, I think this is my moment. I think I'm gonna go.
Oh yeah.
It's the hottest flame. Don't forget that.
Super hot.
All right, Kara, thank you very much. You can follow her on Instagram. Hope you know the best 18 and Twitter. Hope you know the best 3. Yeah, thank you. Listen, follow this podcast. AEW with Unrestricted. Wherever you
Doc.
Podcast Twitter. And also we have the YouTube. Just search AEW Unrestricted.
Speaking of YouTube, you can find us on Dark Elevation and Dark Mondays and Tuesdays, respectively. Dynamite on Wednesday on TBS at 8 o'clock 7 Central. We've got Rampage Friday, 10 o'clock Pacific. That's when I am watching. Workplace rollover. You can see the hottest flames hanging out, baddies throwing popcorn at people behind my back. It's great. I am Aubrey Edwards, along with Tony Schiavone. Thanks for listening to AEW.
Unrestricted.
Own or rent your home? Sure you do. And I bet it can be hard work. You know what's easy? Bundling policies with Geico. Geico makes it easy to bundle your homeowners or renters insurance along with your auto policy. It's a good thing too, because you already have so much to do around your home. Go to Geico.com, get a quote, and see how much you can save. It's Geico easy. Visit Geico.com today. That's Geico.com.
Come on, throw your hands up and see him.
Home. Sure.
Oh.
Sure.
Oh. Yeah. We about to party. About to party. Yeah. 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 Bounce now. Out now.
Actually, yeah. because I want to tell you how much I love you. I'm currently, as the time we're recording this, I'm still in Chicago because I stayed here an extra day. Detroit's only 45 minutes away, whatever. So I had to pack all of my recording equipment, like my light, my stand, my recorder, all these cables and stuff, because I love you so much, so that you could take your ass and go back to Atlanta and record from the comfort of your bed. I had to like unpack a couple of shoes I was excited to wear just so I could make room for all this bullshit.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, man, fuck you, man, like. But I love you, Ben. We did it for everyone else.
Thank you very much. I love you too. I was a little bit late getting here.
Marines, we're heading down to LV-895. The Weyland-Yutani surface lab was overrun by Xenos, but there may be survivors. The closest shelter is the mountain caves to the west. You rappel into the caverns for search and rescue.
Yay!
We are having a lot of fun being a part of AEW as we move towards but this a lot of great things have happened. A lot of challenging things have happened. As a matter of fact, challenging things has been the injuries that we have had here in AEW. It's kind of amazing. It's a challenge to be able to put on a show when you don't have your big stars. It's the state of the expect to be too, but we don't have CM Punk right now. We don't have Bryan Danielson. We don't have Kenny Omega. Kyle O'Reilly is out. Samoa Joe is off doing the project. Adam Cole has been hurt again. Dax Harwood of FTR is not hurt, but he is banged up. You may see the show that tape that he has on. Jungle Boy's not been around for a while. MJF walked out. So it's been a challenge really to put together a TV show, and I know because I'm involved in that process. But then when you circle back and you think about what we just saw in Forbidden Door, yeah, I know there's a lot of Japanese stars from New Japan Pro Wrestling there, and some American stars, and obviously some stars internationally, but it's been a pretty cool time to be able to say, hey, we're doing well despite.
It's been interesting. I think Forbidden Door is proof positive of a lot of things. Like, when the show was announced, it was like, it's the United Center, it's, stay at the June or whatever, and not a single match was announced. And I think that is a testament to what AEW has become, that there's enough word of mouth and enough proof on our part that our viewers are must see, and our fans believe in us, regardless of who's going to be on the show. They know it's worth watching. Like, we had extremely successful pay-per-view. I think Tony said in his press conference, like, he was hoping for at least 100,000 eyes. That would have been, like, real successful. More than that, it's just like, all of our pay-per-views year after year have grown, and we're seeing amazing growth for the company. So, from that perspective, it's great. And I think also, like, the running joke is like, oh, we hired another person this week because we just keep bringing in people. But then when we see, like, the unfortunate thing happens of all of these injuries, we get to take advantage of the depth of the roster that we have, the depth of the fantastic talent that we have, and the stars we've been building. And it's just a testament to everything that TK has done, to everything that you've done, and everything that everyone does to make this company the success it is. Like, despite running into these challenges, we pulled off one of the greatest shows we've ever done. It was just high intensity the entire time. The other thing that's great too is, and I was talking to Jared about this, like, I don't think you can assume that 17,000 people over there were all, like, hardcore Japan fans, that they knew who everyone was. Like, not everyone there knows who Shingo is, not everyone there knows who Shoto Umino is, but our crowd was there for us, and they were into it. And it didn't matter who it was, like, we did enough.
Alright. I think it's time to call it a night, boys. So, as always, thank you all who are watching, whoever you are, for tuning in. You guys are awesome. As always, be easy. You guys have a good one. Stay golden.